Have you ever visited a new country and felt like you were on another planet? The sights, sounds, and smells are all unfamiliar, and you might feel a bit out of place. Everything is different: the food, the language, the customs. You might find yourself struggling to understand the local etiquette or even how to order a meal. It can be pretty overwhelming. The hustle and bustle of a new environment can make you feel lost and anxious. This feeling is called culture shock. It's a common experience for travelers and expatriates alike. It's a natural reaction to being in a new and unfamiliar environment. Your brain is trying to process all the new information. Culture shock is the feeling of disorientation and confusion that people experience when they are exposed to a new culture. It can manifest in various ways, from mild discomfort to severe anxiety. It was first described by anthropologist Kalervo Oberg in 1960. He identified several stages of culture shock, including the honeymoon phase, frustration, adjustment, and acceptance. It's important to understand culture shock because it can affect how we behave and interact with others. Recognizing the symptoms can help us manage our reactions and adapt more smoothly. Culture shock can happen to anyone, regardless of age, nationality, or personality. Even seasoned travelers can experience it. It's not a sign of weakness. In fact, it's a sign that you are growing and learning. It just means we are adjusting to a new way of life. Embracing the differences and finding common ground can make the experience enriching and rewarding. Culture shock often happens in stages. Like climbing a mountain, there are ups and downs along the way. The first stage is often called the honeymoon phase. It's like falling in love. Everything is new and exciting. You love the food, the people, the sights and sounds. But after a while, the honeymoon phase ends and reality sets in. This is the crisis stage. You might start to feel frustrated, anxious, or even angry. The language barrier is a pain, the food seems weird, and you miss home. Many things can cause culture shock. One is unfamiliarity with the culture. Imagine not knowing how to order food or ask for directions. Language barriers can make communication difficult and lead to misunderstandings. Mismatched expectations can also be a factor. We often have ideas about what a new culture will be like, and when reality doesn't match our expectations, we can feel disappointed or frustrated. Finally, all these new experiences can lead to cognitive fatigue, a state of mental exhaustion from processing so much new information. Section 4. Manifestations and challenges. Culture shock can manifest in many ways. It's a complex experience that affects individuals differently, depending on their background, personality, and the new environment they find themselves in. Some people experience physical symptoms like headaches, stomach problems, or difficulty sleeping. These symptoms can be quite distressing and may require medical attention if they persist. Others might feel emotionally drained, struggling to find the energy to engage with their new surroundings. They may feel anxious or depressed, finding it hard to enjoy activities they once loved. Culture shock can also make it hard to focus and learn. This lack of concentration can be particularly challenging for students who are trying to keep up with their studies. Educators often see this in newcomer students. They notice that these students might be struggling more than their peers. These students might be dealing with a lot of stress and anxiety due to culture shock. The pressure to adapt quickly can be overwhelming. This can make it difficult for them to adjust to a new school and learning environment. They might feel isolated and misunderstood. Sometimes educators might mistake these struggles for learning disabilities, not realizing that the student is simply trying to cope with a new cultural context, when in reality, the student is just trying to adapt to a whole new world. Understanding and support from teachers and peers can make a significant difference in their adjustment process. Section 5. Coping strategies and support. The good news is that culture shock is temporary. It may feel overwhelming at first, but with time, the intensity will lessen. Like a bad cold, it will eventually pass. You might experience ups and downs, but remember, this is a normal part of the adjustment process. There are things you can do to feel better. Engaging in activities that bring you joy and comfort can make a significant difference. Learning about the new culture can help you understand and appreciate the differences. Attend local events, try new foods, and immerse yourself in the community. Staying connected with family and friends back home can provide emotional support. Regular calls or messages can help you feel grounded and less isolated. Be patient with yourself and allow yourself time to adjust. Journaling your experiences and feelings can also be a therapeutic way to process your emotions. Don't be afraid to ask for help if you're struggling. Professional counselors and support groups can offer guidance and reassurance. Remember, you are not alone in this journey. Many people have gone through similar experiences and can offer valuable insights and support. Many resources are available to support newcomers. Local community centers, cultural organizations, and various social groups are there to help you integrate. Online forums can connect you with others who understand what you're going through. Sharing your experiences and hearing from others can be incredibly comforting.